Overwatch is a game I have sunk a ton of time to over the past 3 years. This game offers a unique experience with the first-person shooter genre and just keeps me coming back time and time again. One thing that keeps it so thrilling is the multitude of heroes to use. With over 24 heroes and counting, each with wildly different abilities, strengths, and weaknesses, Overwatch has never gotten stale for me. Naturally, there are a few select heroes I enjoy playing over others, and today I'm talking about the 5 I love using the most. Before we get started, let me just say I am strictly a casual Overwatch player. I don't care about any established meta, and I just play heroes I enjoy playing. With that done, it's time to complete this objective. Let's roll! Given time, a lot of opinions can change. Originally, I would have easily picked Symmetra for this list. Even after all her reworks, she still remained as effective and fun to play as ever. But then, something unexpected came up.
Been here all along.
For a while, I sort of dismissed Sombra. She was fun to play as, sure, but I never really considered her among my favorites. But more recently, I've been using Sombra a lot more. Sombra is a hero centered around stealth and trickery, not unlike TF2's Spy. However, unlike the conniving Frenchman, Sombra doesn't outright kill her prey. Instead, she can hack an opponent and fully disable their abilities for a few seconds, meaning they can only move and shoot. It doesn't seem very effective given how short it lasts, but ask any competent Overwatch player and they'll tell you how devastating a well-timed hack can be. Hack a healer to cut them off from their team, hack a tank to cut off their shields, heck, you can even hack a turret to disable it, leaving it easy to destroy. And all this builds up to her ultimate, the EMP, which hacks absolutely everything in the blast radius. However, this powerful ability comes at a trade-off. Playing as Sombra requires you to be fully aware of where everyone is and who should be hacked first. Playing Sombra well requires a deft hand and keen knowledge. I suppose that's why I've enjoyed playing her so much lately, and how she took this spot. When you're playing Overwatch, always watch behind you. She could be there waiting to pounce. When I'm playing Overwatch, I like being the team's tank a lot of the time. Being the team's anchor and protecting them from harm just fills me with a fantastic feeling of satisfaction, and a hero that embodies that concept superbly well is IRISA. On the surface, she's a fairly typical tank, as she has a large hitbox to block attacks for her allies, as well as a shield to block more attacks. However, it's the rest of her kit that makes her such a unique tank in this game. For one thing, that shield is incredibly versatile, as you can place it just about anywhere it's needed and blocks a decent amount of damage. Not to mention, you can effectively force your enemies to target it by grabbing them with your HALT orb! This small gravity pulse drags anything nearby into it, which can really help you turn the tide of the battle. And then there's the matter of her Fortify. Not only does it reduce incoming damage greatly, but IRISA is completely immune to stun effects while it's active. And that means not even a charging Reinhardt is getting through you, making you the perfect meat shield, metal shield. And when the time is right, drop the supercharger and watch your allies mow down the enemy with their increased power. Playing IRISA is so much fun, and whenever I see one in setup, I know it's going to be a good game. They're always so nice. Keep on rocking, you great people. It takes a lot to surprise me. Given the nature of Overwatch heroes, it seems like anything is possible. Then I saw the reveal of Wrecking Ball, a genetically engineered hamster piloting a spherical mech. All of a sudden, everything previously felt like a dream. Not only is the concept behind Wrecking Ball super creative, but using him has provided me with some of the most fun I have ever had playing Overwatch. You don't play Wrecking Ball like a typical tank. Instead of being a bullet sponge, you're flying all over the map, running over enemies and knocking them into the air. In the hands of someone who knows what they're doing, it can be scarily effective. Given how much speed you can gather and the fact that when in ball form there's no head to shoot for critical damage, and he can make temporary shields, Wrecking Ball can be quite problematic to take down. That's not even mentioning when his ultimate is ready and he drops a minefield in any area he deems off limits. And because of this, he's one of my favorite heroes to play. I just wish I was good as my friend Snowheart. How in the world does she do it? Playing a healer is a thankless job that oftentimes most people don't want to do. Not me though. I love playing a healer because I just enjoy helping out my team. And while a bunch of healers could have made this list, Ana was just a sure shot. Even back in the day, I just adored using Ana. If I can describe her playstyle, she's essentially a Charlotte. Armed with a sniper rifle with shots that can heal allies and hurt enemies, she can deliver long-range heals without having to worry about getting harmed on the front lines. With her rate of fire and the biotic grenades to further augment her healing, she can heal ridiculously fast, even for someone like me who's a terrible sniper. On top of that, she has other team support options. Those biotic grenades also damage enemies and zero out any attempts at healing them for a few seconds, which can quickly turn the tide of a battle. And if you're accurate, sleep darts can render an enemy useless for a good 5 seconds, which could be the difference between living and dying. And then there's her ultimate, Nano Boost. I don't know about you, but seeing a Reinhardt or Pharah that's glowing red coming right at me is still one of the scariest sights in this game. All these attributes make Ana by far my favorite healer, and my second favorite hero to play in general. But my number one has all this and more. If you haven't noticed, I like supporting my team. I like tanks. I like tanks who support the team. And my favorite hero is the epitome of this rule. Even after 3 years, I'm still a proud Zarya main. Everything I've said about my favorite heroes up to this point applies tenfold to Zarya. While she doesn't have a huge variety of abilities, the one she does have makes her one of the most versatile heroes in the game. At the push of a button, she can surround herself or an ally with a protective bubble shield that will absorb all damage until it disappears after a couple seconds or after enough damage is dealt. While this is happening, any damage the shields absorb is added to her weapon's charge level. So not only can Zarya protect her allies from a great distance, but she directly benefits from doing so. Also, even though the shields disappear after a certain amount of damage is dealt, as long as they're active, no amount of damage can kill the recipient. Normally, fatal blows just become fuel to keep on killing people. And all this builds up to her Graviton Surge. Launches just in the right spot, and her team will effortlessly trample the competition. Zarya has everything to me. She's powerful, she's versatile, she supports her team, she supports herself, and she's by and large my favorite Overwatch hero. I'm Arrow Dragon, and if you run into me playing Zarya, you better hope you're my teammate. Well, that's the last countdown I can make before school starts, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let's Play Persona 5 resumes tomorrow, and I'm still hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers soon, and I know you guys can help me attain that. Until next time, this is Arrow Dragon, signing off.